Hi everyone, I'm Lucy and this is Memory Keeper Journals. So I was trying to do a live video on my YouTube channel so that you guys can see my first junk journal that I ever made. And I don't know what I did wrong. Something happened. There was nobody on the video. I didn't see anybody, but I don't know if I was doing it properly or not. So anyway, I know I was streaming, but I don't know if it actually people could see it or not because I didn't see anybody log in. The other reason was because I messed up on the time when I announced it in my Instagram's channel. I had put time PST time. I don't know why I said that. I think it's because I was asking everybody in my family, what time are we on again? And I keep forgetting it's MST, which is Mountain Standard Time, and I'm in Arizona, right? So I'm over here thinking, okay, I have it at 10 o'clock in the morning. Everybody will be able to see it. Well, I did the wrong timing, so that's probably the reason why nobody was there, because it wasn't time yet. PST, I think, is 2 hours ahead of Arizona. So anyway, that was a whole crazy ordeal. But I did wanted to show you my first junk journal that I've ever made. This one was done in 2020, I believe. And this is the one that I made for myself. I had already done a few other journals, which was for my family and friends and whatnot. And then I started creating for other people because they wanted it and they loved the way that I was creating the journals. And so, yeah, I was pretty careful. I was watching back then Joanna Clow all the time. It was her, it was Martina, and I know I've mentioned this before in some of my videos that I have already in my channel. And I got so excited, I wanted to just create them. I did do other books, like for example this one that I was trying to show. This is the first one that I made. It was the first book that I made because I wanted to know how it was made, the construction of it and whatnot. These are papers that come off, so they are not completely bound in this. This is the one that I learned with Joanna Clow. And I use papers from Walmart that I have purchased and cut them down to size and whatnot. And I loved it. I just didn't have style or an idea of what I wanted and whatnot. So what I did was just practicing and creating and whatnot. And then I made this one into like my little scrapbook journal with my pictures and my mom and me when I was a baby. And yeah, so I figured write little notes of what I remember about, you know, this time, or that I knew about, that I asked my family and things like that. This is practically in New York. So yeah, so there's a lot of things that I learned, like the charms. I didn't even know how to put them together. You could tell because it looks so weird. But I'm going to leave it like that because it was my first one, right? And then the junk journal that I made, I wanted so like, I can do this now. I know how to do a book. So I made it with 8 signatures, and each signature had like, let me see, I can go in the back and I can tell you how many pages in one signature, which I don't do it this way anymore because obviously you get to find out all the tips and tricks and whatnot on how to do this. But I used a lot of the book, what are they called? Paper pads. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, let's see, 5, let's see, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pages. They're pretty thick, you know. These are double-sided papers. I did add a few others in here, and I was practicing. I did pockets, I did belly bands, my pictures, my favorite pictures that I had from magazines that I used to collect. And yes, so that's what I did. So all of them had that many pages, and it was pretty thick. But what I didn't realize was that once you start adding things to it and decorating the pages, if you're putting a lot of decorations, it bulks up and it becomes an alligator mouth. So obviously this would have been like, I can still take this book and take it apart, take this off, divide these signatures so that these don't go to waste, and create another journal with it. And then, you know, salvage what I have here in a little bit more space so that I can actually finish filling it up with a lot of the ephemera, pictures, notes, and things like that that I have saved in a box so that I can add it onto this junk journal and eventually fill it up like I'm supposed to. Well, this is the reason why I wanted to show you this journal, because I wanted to do some kind of a craft with me video and also tutorials on how to create a journal with ease, especially for beginners. Because when I first started, I didn't know all of the little tricks and tips to create a journal that would actually work for me. So for example, when you have a journal, you want it to lay flat enough that you can get into your pages and you can write in it. Right now, if I wanted to write in here, it's a bit difficult. Not to say that you can't grab a piece of paper, write on it, and then stick it in here inside of a pocket, or clip it, or, you know, add a bookboard like I've done before, where I make bookboards for my journals, and all you have to do is put it in between here and you can write on it and it won't mess up, especially when you have things like this in the background. I mean, I didn't glue this one yet, but this one was the card that one of my grandbabies made for me. And so everything that they did or have given me, I usually put it in here. And that's not the only thing I use it for. I use it for pretty much everything. And as you can see, I don't really have a style. I didn't have one at that time. I didn't have a style at all. I knew I liked it. Frillies and laces and little ruffles, like for example here. I like that, but I just didn't know how I was going to go about it. This one here is my first journal that I ever made, and it was for a friend's daughter, and I just thought it would be really cute before I started creating journals for sale and whatnot. I was gifting a lot of my journals to friends and family. Okay, and then I just used this junk journal just to practice by using all of my ephemera or anything that I wanted to annotate. Like for example, here when I first got my sewing machine that my son gifted to me in 2020. Also, that was my first time having my own sewing machine, and I wrote about it here, and my son gave it to me. And these were my first stitches, just practicing on the machine, trying to figure out how they are on paper and on fabric. I have more, but I just kept only the first few that I used. And then adding some like notes and letters from people that have received, pictures from my kiddos, drawings, and then of course some pictures. This here was from when I bought the first few junk journals that I bought from Martina at Teal and Tattered. And she is completely off of the YouTube right now, which I'm really sad about because she hasn't been back, but I think she went back into the working field, so corporate field. So I'm not sure when she'll be back, hopefully soon. But I did buy 4, and I bought the biggest journal from her. And I took pictures of it with my I have a sprocket. And so I had the little picture printouts, and I took them out and I put them in here and I wrote about them. I bought one for my sister, one for my daughter, and one for myself. And this is the way that it looks. I still have yet to finish filling it up. And maybe one day when I finish filling it up, I'll show it to you guys on the inside so that you can see how I used it. But pretty much this is what I do with the journals. This junk journal itself. I have even saved like my first embroidery that I did in that year, pictures of my daughter and me. I save whatever I write in private inside of the pockets. I also put in here pictures or business cards of that I used in the beginning when I first started crafting. I was collecting already like fabrics where I bought from Flushing May. Flushing May, I forget what the last one is. Is it Flushing May something? Let me see if I have it here. Flushing May Designs. Okay, and she's on Instagram and on Etsy. So a lot of the people that I bought from, I kept their like parent yarns. I kept their cards so that I can remember how I started. This is what I got from her. It was those beautiful sari silk, the shuffle, the, what is it? Chiffon. It's called chiffon, hand dyed chiffon ribbons. And I used to use them on the journals that I was creating for sale. You know, things like that. Cards that I get from friends and from my therapist. At that time, I was going through therapy as well. And that's how I came about getting into journaling and doing these junk journals. Not that I didn't journal before. I used to journal when I was younger, when I was in high school or even younger than that. I used to use a lot of calendars. I was like my favorite thing to use. This is my daughter and my son-in-law when they were first having a baby shower. They're cute. And I started using calendars and things like that all the time. I would always keep track of everything that I was doing. Expenses, what is it? Personal stuff, mental stuff, you know, medical also, like when I was ill, and I would keep track of when I was sick and when I saw doctors and things like that. I always kept that in my book because I used to do it for my kiddos, you know, when they were younger. They used to get sick. I had to keep up with everything for them. So I used to use my calendars for that. After all of that, I decided to, you know, go online. I think of my daughter, my oldest one, that was the one that showed me, Mom, have you ever heard of a bullet journal? You know, you could do the same thing. You like to doodle, you like to draw, you like to paint, and you can do that in your bullet journal. So back in like, I believe 2018, I was dealing with depression, PTSD, and then long after that, a little long after that, I started getting ill and didn't know why. So I was going through a lot of testings and stuff like that. And it just so happened that I ended up having chronic illnesses that I'm currently dealing with and maintaining. I'm coping with it and I'm maintaining it with medication and all and therapy and stuff. So that's why I'm at home and I'm not working. I haven't been working for the past 4 years now, and I've been home. So back then, my therapist, not only my daughter, but my therapist had mentioned to me, do you do any journaling? And I said, yeah, I do. I do a lot of writing. I write everything down in my calendar and stuff. And then lately I've been using, for like the past 2 years, I've been doing bullet journaling. So I have books for myself, and I also have another bullet journal for my business. Not business. I mean expenses for home. So I started getting into it once I went into YouTube and my daughter showed me. I went nuts. All bullet journal thing. I started buying stuff from let me show you. From Notebook Therapy. So I was getting that. I was getting stickies. I think it was Sticky Something Company. And I used to get all kinds of stickers. And I love using this because me is all about tracking and calendars. I love it. Okay. I can show you another one that I used to do. Usually I always had one for my job. And this is for my personal use. I have all of my things. I even have my little mini one here. So like when I'm traveling or whatever, and if this is in my bag, that's what I play with. Or take notes and whatnot. I also have other notebooks. But yeah, this is basically, I love this so much. I was using it in my bullet journals. And you can see, even for work, I can show you. Hold on a second. This one is my favorite so far for work because it's huge. And this is like my favorite thing to use is calendars. Okay, I have it backwards. It's this way, sorry. Okay, it has all these little stickers, and I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's from Tool Company. It's Tuel. I believe even teachers use it. They like using these kind of notebooks like this, and they use it for meetings or whatever. I love to use the calendar part. So let me show you what the calendar looks like, because I don't want to show you what I had here because this was all from when I used to work. I'm not working anymore. But I do love how this works. So this is the calendar. This is what I love to use because it's open, it's big. I can put stickers, I can write anything about appointments, notes and whatnot, and then you have the long space for you to write any notes or projects and whatnot, anything that you wanted to do. So this is how I always had for my house, whether it was this size or a smaller size. And I can show you all the other ones that I have, but I'm not because they're in boxes right now. We just moved into this new house, so I don't have everything out. I just took a couple of these things just to show you what I had. So I basically started using a bullet journal like this one, and this was a lifesaver. Love using bullet journals. I did see somebody, who was it? I can't remember. Let me see if I can find him here in my YouTube, because I used to watch him like over and over and over until I learned how to use my bullet journal. And I can't remember what his channel is right at this moment. I can keep looking in here and see if I can find it. But anyway, if not, I'm going to link him below because he's the one that I learned how to set up my bullet journal the way that it best worked for me, especially at the time when I was going through so much, working a full-time job, dealing with PTSD, depression, anxiety. I mean, it was just so much going on. And I had no choice but to, cope in this way, getting to put down on paper everything that I was dealing with so that I can help myself. So it's like a self-help book, but for yourself, the way that you want. And since I was creative and I loved using stickers and doodling and taking pictures, and so I decided to do it in my journal. And I wrote about it. I made my own calendars, my own paintings and drawings. It's basically how I went about doing my bullet journal and putting pictures. And then this time when I was doing my bullet journal, that's when I came across junk journaling on YouTube. And I honestly couldn't even stop. I couldn't stop. Okay, I just kept looking at all of the videos, and I had to learn about every little thing about it. And just learn how to make my own books, how to what about paper, what about all the kinds of papers, because I love messing with paper, washi tapes, everything. I started doing that on my journal, and I loved it so much. Putting Bible quotes, anything that I needed to make myself, just encouraging stuff that would help me cope through the hard times and difficult times that I was dealing with on my own. And look how cute this is. Let me show you. I mean, stickers. These are the cute little stickers. And I can't remember what company was that either. If I remember, I'll write it down as well. Tracking my stuff. Exercising, sleep, breakfast, if I was eating or not. Because when I was in depression, I wouldn't even eat. Sometimes I was dealing with insomnia. I wouldn't sleep. Exercising, all of those things I was keeping track of. And I would do all of the painting and drawings and add the stickers for it. And I loved it. And it helps so much for me to be able to get through so many difficult times. And I'm telling you what, this is my second one. I have two more that are smaller than this one. And I did different themes. I got into groups, and I was still watching videos of journaling, like junk journaling, throughout this whole time that I was doing this. Okay, but this is my personal journal where I started actually even writing more. I used to write before, but I had stopped many years ago because after I had kids, it was a little bit more difficult. I was always busy. But then I started writing in this journal, really in this journal. So came 2021. This is like one of the trackers in 2021. And I stopped. Why? Because I ended up transitioning from this to my junk journaling. And I found it so, how can I say it? What's the word for that? So, wow, I'm like so out of words. Let me see. It's relaxing. How can I say, like therapeutic, you know? Like it was like my own therapy. Writing in my own journals. So I created this one. Let me show you. And I said a single signature because of course that one with 8 signatures was a little too much for me. And this one, I believe I learned making it by watching Martina. So my own simple single signature journal. This is connected. This was from Parent Yarns. And I remember sharing this once, I think. I'm not sure if I did. I used Amity Bloom. That's when I found her channel and I went crazy with all of her digitals. And I loved it and started putting pictures. And I'm just like, and decorating, collaging, using washi tape, stickers. See, and just writing pockets, learning about pockets and stuff. And I started writing more and more and more every day. And then it was helping me. Sometimes it was just annotating. Sometimes it was just getting some things out of my chest, which I can't really show you this because this is more private than anything. But yeah, it helped so much to be able to just release all of those loud noises I had in my head that were just so overwhelming and exhausting. I had to use something. I had to do something. I had to write, you know. So after this journal, I decided I wanted to make a cute, soft, pillowy kind of journal just so that I can write, you know, because that's what I wanted to do, write. And I bought this pieces of material. This has a pocket here from Flushing May Designs. Has a pocket here, has a pocket here with some lace, and I did like a collaging kind of deal with some quilt, some fabric underneath, And I loved it. And I just put a button and a string on this side that I just added in here with a little knot so it doesn't come through in an eyelet. See, that was my closure, which is pretty cool, I think. I didn't think of doing it that way. And then I added a pocket in the front and a pocket in the back with lace, using, again, Amity Bloom, because I just love the colors of her digitals. Look at that, gorgeous. And this again is my writing journal, which I can't really show you what's in it because it's private, but I decorated a lot of my pages. Let me see if I can show you something like this with stickers. I did the same thing on some of the pages, but I put it like in the corner of it. Let me see if I can show you one. Probably not because it's so private. So let's see. Maybe this, like this is cute. See, I wrote with white pen, but I would do stickers and decorate the pages and then write on it and, you know, things like that. That's how I would use. I started just using my journals, and I'm going to tell you the truth. Just writing on the journal about how I felt, what I went through the day, and taking it out of my chest felt so much better at the end of the day. And little by little, I just kept writing. I didn't just want to write. I wanted to use other journals as well. I did use some that were given to me, but then I decided that I needed to make more and more and more. So I made this one. And you can see that it started to change. Like I was adding more about what I liked it. I liked it, the shabby look, the laces, the ruffles, the colors everywhere. And that's when everything started showing who I was. Like, what do I like? What do I want? You know, granted, I do love colors and I love painting and drawing and things like that. But I just wanted to, you know what I really wanted to do and liked. And this is how I decorate my pages. And then I write. Not all the pages are decorated. Some of them aren't. Some of them aren't. Or some of them aren't. That's what I meant. But I wrote and wrote and wrote and wrote and wrote and wrote and wrote. Came back again and did another one. Here's when I started seeing, learning about Gina at Pretty Paper Dreams. And I just fell in love with all of her ephemera. She does gorgeous work. So beautiful. And it inspired me to keep writing and decorating my notebooks and creating with them. A lot of these quilts were from Flushing May, so I kept shopping from her as well and just creating, and did the same thing. Ruffles everywhere. I just loved it. And just decorating my pages, you know, just doing that all the time. Just loved it so much. And then I had to, I wanted to support a lot of my creators out there that I followed and cared for. Some of them, of course, I couldn't buy from because I would never get a chance to even buy from them because they were sold in a matter of seconds. Like they would put their journals up in Etsy or whatever. I could never purchase a journal from them. So the first one that I have gotten so far that I have been wanting to buy from a long time ago was Joanna Clow. And this is the only one I was able to purchase, but I'm so happy that I have it because she actually did it last year for Christmas, and it's these mini little Christmas journals that you put on your Christmas tree. And I was able to get one from her, and I was so excited because it's part of my collection. So I have her in part of my collection with Martina that I got her giant book that she made for me. I ordered from her, which is this one. And I love this journal so much. It's huge. It's 8.5 by 11. So basically the page of a copy paper or a book page, maybe a little bit bigger. But yeah, and it's got all of Lorna's paper, wallpapers. Love, love, love. Excuse me, is my favorite wallpaper that Lorna has in her Etsy shop. And let me tell you, she used them all in my journal because that's what I wanted. Look at that. Gorgeous. She is such an artist. Love the way she put things together. And I'm in love with this book so much. And I still have yet to fill it. I started already. Well, let me show you. I started already. I added some of my personal stuff. Let's see if I have a picture in here. Let's see. Is it in here? I probably haven't put it yet. But I did added this, which is part of my shower, like a wedding shower I had. And then, no, I think I hid all the pictures. Well, here is the party. My husband and I, we were like kids. Our engagement, the cake. Look how vintage the lamps. So long ago. And so, yeah, I have a picture of me and my husband when we got engaged, my mom and his mom. And they're both deceased now. They're not with us anymore. But I have to, again, this is why it's just going to take me because it gets so emotional. It's just hard, you know, and I think that's probably why I haven't really finished filling this one up because it just becomes sad, you know, just thinking about, you know, the people that are no longer here with us. And so, yeah. And yeah, so it's all about family, you know, it's my favorite thing. And she even put this, I think the eyelet came off, but she even put this little charm that says cherish, because that's basically what it is. I'm trying to cherish all of my pictures and memories in this book so that I can pass it down to my kiddos. And I always wanted to create one like this, but at that time I was still learning how to make junk journals. So I didn't really do that. So that's why I asked her to make it for me. So I decided to, like I was saying, support my art, my creative people out there. And I bought this one from Yana's Crafting. And I loved it because I thought it was genius to use scrappy leftover fabrics and create something like this with some hand stitching. I mean, that's so inspiring to me. I've never tried it, but I just love to look at it and see it and feel it. And she filled it with so much paper. There was no decorating. I did my own decorating in this book. So I loved it. I just loved it. Then I started watching 49 Dragonflies. Love, love, love Barbara. And I went nuts and I said, I need to have your journals. And it's all beat up because I used it so much. But it's one of my favorites that she made. I even lost the tail. I can't find it. All the moving and stuff and just moving them around from place to place. I don't have the envelope where it came from. I don't know what I did with it, but I wrote all over this book too and decorated as much as I wanted as well. And it has a pocket. She did it with a paper bag. Isn't that amazing? I went nuts when I got that one. And then I couldn't just buy one. I had to buy two of hers that she had. Because she's the famous one of doing, like, if it was like a planner kind of journal with just the vintage books or whatever book that you buy. So you can actually get a book and take off a few of the pages, right? And create a whole art book. Like you can write in it. You can, do all kinds of things, This one was also from Barbara 49 Dragonflies. And she made like a pocket book. Isn't that amazing? Look at that. I just thought it was so cute. And I needed it in my collection. I just thought this was such a great idea. I was all into that. And I used this whole book. All of them are written out all over. All of the cards I wrote on. See, I filled it up. I'm not going to show you what I wrote, but that's what I did. All of my journals I wrote on. All of it. I have notes on everything. Everything. All of them has something. Filled them all up. So I did use it, but I love the artistry of it. How she collaged things together. And I also use it for inspiration for me. Look at that. The way she did the colors. How she added everything together to match. To complement each other. The pages. Loved it. Love it. From 49 Dragonflies. And with that said, on top of that, I learned so much from her that I started participating in a lot of her Marimba or mixed media challenges and things like that. And I started creating with that as well. So let me see, what can I show you that I did following her? This is how much they inspire me. I hope I don't drop all of this, but because I'm getting it out of the... This is one of them, and I think you guys, I don't know if you follow me for a long time, you have probably seen this in one of my videos in my YouTube channel. So, and I will link them below if you haven't seen it. And this is part of what I've learned from her, creating that journal with a paper bag. But what I did was I did an accordion journal so that I can do the prompts and do the challenges that she posted on the from Maramba. And I didn't finish the book. I still have loads to go and finish it. And I kind of noticed that I have been doing that a lot with a lot of my journals. The only ones, the junk journals, actually, or art journals, I haven't finished them at all. But my writing journals, I always fill them up. That's what I have noticed. What's the big difference? And so I need to finish them up. I really do. And the other person that I learned how to do this accordion journal from, who inspires me a lot too, was Meg in YouTube as well. And I forget what the last one is, but I'll add her in there. And I also did videos with this one on Junk Journal July, where you do the challenges as well. It tells you on the list what you are going to work on, and you create. And that's what I've done. So this is more of my art journal than anything. So I can actually show you, because I don't have anything really written in here. I can eventually, things that I have done and created. Pocket. I mean, it's so cute. I think this is about layers. How adorable is that? I can't believe I did all that. This is how they inspire me to create and make things and do things, because I just love it. Interactive little things. journaling cards. This is Edith Holden book. Love the dragonfly. Cute little pictures. And this is supposed to be like a 3D flower, like a bouquet. Oh my goodness. This was inspired by Pinterest. You know, just cute things. I think this picture is practically in all of my journals. I think 3 of my journals already have that picture. Tag. That looks like it could be used as a bookmark as well. All of these I have done myself. So many cute ideas to add into a junk journal. This is from Joanna Close Digital. I just got a few of hers too. I might be doing a few other things with it. Cute tags. Oh, this is just Ruby and Pearl. Her papers are just amazing too. Love her papers. All of her digitals are amazing. I did these with buttons. Stickers, I've always loved stickers. Wax seals. I love it. And pictures. I've always loved to add pictures in all of my journals. Painting, drawing, sketching. Just, I love it. I just love it. So it's been growing and growing and growing. And then, what else? I started creating more shabby like. Let me bring the other one. I'll show you. This one is a little bit more shabby look. And I love it. And this is because I went and started going into Karen's Grace Be Creations channel. Let me tell you something. I love her channel so much. Have so much fun. She's the one that actually inspired me to do a live, and I tried to do it this morning and that did not work. I'm gonna try eventually to do it again, but yeah, I don't know when I'm gonna do that. But yes, I did this one. This is inspired by Grace Be Creations by Karen, and I made this one. This is the closure, and I'm using this cute little pin. And this was made for me by one of the happy mails that we were involved in her channel as well. And I started adding, just started to do it more shabby looking, just to see how it would look, how to do it. I learned not to be afraid to use laces on top of fabric and layering and adding a little bit more and more than what I used to. Like here, this lace, there is another trim lace here. There's another one here. And I wasn't doing that. I wasn't adding extra or doing layers like this. So she inspired me to do that. This was inspired by Ruby and Pearl. So I have a lot of influences from a lot of the creators in YouTube. And this one, I love this journal. I haven't used it to write in it yet, but I have created so many cute things to do in my in this journal. And I'm really happy that I made it, because a lot of things have been gifted to me and I just used it in this journal. Like, for example, this digital is from Marlene, and she is what is her channel? Why do I forget? Let me go into Instagram. And I believe Marlene is Let's see if I, oh, Uniquely Ella. And she's the one that gave me this digital. And I decided to do a journal with it. Look how cute. And I really haven't used it. I just use it for all of my ephemera that I make. Watching Karen at Grace Be Creations. It inspires me to create on the side. This is one of the bags that I made from one of her tutorials, and we made this for a happy mail. This is one of the things that I made. I saved for myself so I can remember when I made this. I made a tutorial on this, on these little matchbooks with some wallpapers inside and papers and vintage papers to use. And I saved this one with this little bag here so that I can have it as a example of what I have done. And it's a decoration here. This one too, I made this watching one of her tutorials. It's a pocket, it's a floating pocket. And you can add it here. And it's like wallpaper covered with the dotted Swiss material, lace, pearls. It's so shabby, so cute. So I learned that with watching her channel as well. Just pockets with paper bags and decorating it with lace. It just is so adorable. I loved it so much. Love, love, love. And this is so inspiring for me, and it makes me feel good, and I can relax and create. I think I showed you guys this one through Instagram as well, but it's also the pocket, and it's floating pocket. And I wrapped around on the wallpaper with some lace and ribbons, and there's a pocket here. And this is the journal that I created, and it's a soft, but it's also hardcover, so it's got a strong spine. And I thought this one was really cute. And this is one of the journals that I have created. And so yeah, this is just a pin to hold the bow on here. But what I did was I put it in twice. This way and this way. I'm making a mess everywhere. And I just did a bow. I probably made it a little bit tighter because I didn't want it running. I didn't want it to have a big bow on here or long string coming out. So I might have done it more than once. Let me see. I think I did. Let me put it one more time. 3 times maybe? Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, it was 3 times. This way it doesn't have a huge string popping out. And I could put the pin in here. It's so cute. This is one of my favorites that I have made so far, but I haven't used it. I feel like it's an art journal for me to add all of the ephemera I make when I'm in Grace Be Creations channel. And I haven't shared it with them. I need to put it in her Facebook too. And I might just do that too. This one was inspired by Amity Bloom. And I thought I wrote in it, but I didn't. And I added all of the ephemera that I got from Gina at Pretty Paper Dreams. And I filled it. I filled it with it. Loads of ephemera. Washi tape that I purchased from Amity Bloom. I saved them here. And see. These I made watching Ruby and Pearl. So again, my art journal and a lot of inspiration from all of the creators that I follow and I support. I love them. I love them all. They inspire me. They keep me going. I totally appreciate every one of them, each and every one of them, because this has made me who I am right now, and be part of this community is amazing. Just to be a creator as well and share what I can do on how I do it and how I interpret what I see and what I get inspired with. And I really wanted to share that with everybody. This is Amity Bloom. This one here, I know you guys have seen this one. This one is the first flip-flop journal that I made that I think I went overboard and didn't know where to stop and how to put it together. But it came out so beautiful and so chunky and so shabby. Look at this. It came out so pretty. And this one, it was inspired by two people. First one was Raindrop Lydia, because of her beautiful digital. That digital was my favorite one of them all. And not to mention, I love all of her digitals too, and her pictures, definitely. But yeah, I fell in love with everything that she had. And the other person that I was inspired by was Ruby and Pearl, Heather from Rose Hill Paper Cottage, with the way they did their ephemera, really tatty, and you know, using paper bags to create tags. What else? Let me see, like this. Using the pictures, so Lydia, Heather, Ruby and Pearl, and there is someone else. Because the person that I looked at, besides Karen at B Creations, on how to make this flip-flop was, I can't remember her name. I think she's Southern. She has an accent. She sounds so freaking adorable. Let me see if I can see where she's at. Because she is, let me see. Oh, 507. Yes. I think it was 507 Willow House. Yep, that's the one. Yep. She's the one I first saw doing a flip-flop journal, and I couldn't figure it out. I don't know why, but I did it, and it came out so adorable. I always thought that because I did this one with Lydia's digital, that I should send it to her, but I didn't know if she was going to want it or like it, because I didn't finish it either. It's more like an art journal. It should be like, the space is for writing, could be used for writing, but I had a lot of people that liked it, and I was really proud of it because I did a lot of work on this one. It even has a pocket here. It has an envelope that I made, handmade. Oh, this one was the envelope following Ruby and Pearl as well. So I kind of could use it for reference to see what I have done, how I've decorated it. And I can replicate it again in a different journal kind of deal. And I haven't done that. Like, I need to. But now that I'm here in my new house and everything is getting organized the way that I want and in order, I'm going to be able to work a little bit better on doing this. is one of the cards that I did. I did a video on that in my Instagram. See this coffee dye paper that I have learned to make on my own as well. So I did this one, and then Lydia also inspired me to do another journal, which was this one, because she made this cute little boat, and it was like little pieces that you can put together and then you can hand stitch it into your journal. So I thought that would be like a perfect idea to do it as a cover and stitch, because I love stitching. So in my hands, I can't really do it too much, but I can do some. And I have so many. It's so cute. This one was Junk Journal July. So I was inspired here by Lydia at Raindrop Lila, and of course Gina at Pretty Paper Dreams. And I was just, this is one of her, Gina's ephemera that she makes. And I purchased, but some of these I made. Very vintagey style. This was from Flushy May. I bought a little case with a whole bunch of, which is this, old-fashioned, with a whole bunch of like material and laces and little bits and pieces and buttons, and it was so cute. And so that's what I got inspired for. But again, I didn't finish it. Do you see the difference between my writing and my junk journals and art journals? But it's okay, because what I can do is eventually sit down and just play with it and finish it. I have the list in here already, so I can always go refer to it and do it. Or I can add my own, you know. So then I went and I made more. Let me put this one up here. I did these, and I showed them on my Instagram as well. I don't know if I showed this one, but I did show this one. This one was following Amity Bloom, and again I used some of everybody's ephemera, Lydia's, Gina's. Gina made these butterflies. I bought a whole bunch of those. This is Amity Bloom's Polaroids. And Gina's, I made it into a pocket. I mean, how cute is that? It's like another art journal that I created. And the more that you make, the more you can change. How does that come out? I don't even know how that came out. It's weird. I'm gonna have to leave it there, but I'll put it back on later. This was a simple one, following Amity Bloom in her channel with wallpaper. This is real wallpaper that was gifted to me. Then I did this one following Angela Kerr. Love her channel. She's so organized. Everything is in order. Definitely want to learn from her. This one broke. See, because it's sari silk. It always breaks. I'm going to make a little knot and put it back. And these are all of my practice ones. These are like my protocols, just to see how it would come out. And this is a different size, different style, with some fabric and some of that batting inside. Put it together and sewn. Some applique, some tabs. How cute. And I have some of the ephemera from Gina that I used here to decorate. Just a couple of pages. I didn't really decorate much because this is more like for writing. This is how I wanted it to be, because I know I will use it for that. And then this one I just recently created. I don't want to mess up the bowl. It's so pretty. And this one is Amity Bloom cover with her Polaroid. I love her Polaroids. They're the cutest. With some beads. I love these. They're really sparkly. And I used the planner from my porch prints. How cute is this? Groceries list, books to read, movies to watch, goals, weight tracker. It's like a little, like a tall, skinny bullet journal style writing journal. It's like a whole mixture of everything. And I thought it came out so cute too. It's very simple. And I thought it was a really cute journal for like a gift for someone, that they can use it and they can write in it, they can do lists, they can do anything with it. So I thought that would be a really cool idea. So yep, this is pretty much what I've done. And then these are all of the journals that I have been making here just in my house. And I also had a video in my channel where I made, I'm going to sit now because I'm already, I'm fatigued already. But this is the one that I did in one of my videos years ago, and I saved it. And I saved all of them. I made a whole bunch of these journals. They're paper bag journals. They have a pocket in the back, and it has ephemera in the back because I saved some of my ephemera in here for this journal, because this journal hasn't been used yet. It's brand new, but I have all of the happy mail that I have received from a lot of friends that I have made throughout this community, and I added it into this journal here for my Christmas journal so that I can put all of my pictures, memories with the grandkids opening their gifts. I made it vintagey style, but a little shabby with a little bit of everything. Just magazines, all of the things that I was gifted, I saved it in here in this journal and used it to also decorate it. So see these things that were gifted to me? I made the journal. I added the pages. I added the ruffles on the side and buttons and whatnot. But a lot of the ephemera is from happy mail that I have received. See? And I just save it in here. Things that I have gotten in happy mail, I save here. And I made it into part of the journal as a decoration. This was one of the stamps that I bought from Lorna at Taylor Made Journals. She's my favorite too. I wish I could buy so much more. I just told her that recently because I collect them all. At least I tried. I have pretty much all of them. Even Tiffany, love it, love it, love it, love it. I love them. I wish I could get more. I will eventually. I know I will. But I can't right now because we just finished purchasing a house, so we are pretty much broke right now. But this one is one of them, and I did an embossing on vellum, and I thought that was so cute. I put it there like a flip up. See, decorate it. And it's so cute. I love these vintage papers. These are like from, I wonder what kind of book. Can't remember what it was. Reader's Digest, I think it is. Reader's Digest, I think. Or, no, it was some of these. Let me see, do I have the cover? Oh yeah, these. And they have like, I don't know if it was TV guides or something. No, I just had crochet stuff in it. It's so cute. So I added on here. I'm just gonna go a little faster because I think I already have about more than an hour here. anyways, I just really wanted you to see that this is what I do with them. I do a lot of writing, more so than the junk journaling. I have done it, but I don't finish. I have more journals that are saved in the boxes because I couldn't bring them all out because we just moved here. So I have to organize and do some shelving in the closet so that I can add all of my things in there organized and then keep out what I want to see all the time, you know. But yes, this is one of the journals, and I think I have more. I don't know if I have time to show you guys more, but let me see. Do I have another one I can show you? Oh yeah, the person that inspires me greatly, of course, is Heather from Rose Hill Paper Cottage. Last but not least, because she's the one that made this journal for me. And I told you guys, I showed it to you. There is a link in my videos on below. I'm going to add it for the flip through of this journal. I'm not going to show you the inside. I haven't used it yet, but I am saving ephemera for it. And it's all about my house, my new house that we just purchased. It's going to be in this journal. So yeah, I'm excited. I have so many that I have done, and I have more, and I have a whole bunch that I have yet to finish. So recently I did, let's get to something else. Now I'm not going to talk about my journals anymore, but I did wanted to mention that these are the journals that I showed you guys recently. I have it in the books because I have it like this until I can finish what I want to put on the inside. I'm still working on the pages that are going to go in here and some of the books that I'm waiting in the mail to get here so that I can use them for the pages in this journal. These two are so cute. These are the ones that I'm following with the inspiration and the tutoring in the classes, not the tutoring, the classes that Amity Bloom, Nasi from Amity Bloom, has in her channel, in her Teachable. And she teaches us how to create an everyday journal using fabric and beautiful laces and all kinds of materials that you can use to decorate your journal. And I think that her idea, or the way that she set it up, is genius, because I've learned so much in her class. These journals are coming out amazing. I also have a video that I'm going to link below of a flip through of one of these everyday journals that I created for my cousin. And it came out so cute. It was the first one that I created, and I wanted to gift it to her. So she's got it in the mail, and hopefully she should be getting it very soon. The next thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about was, let's see my list. Oh, starting Thursday, I am going to be doing a craft with me video every Thursday at 10 o'clock in the morning, and it's Mountain Standard Time, so it's in Arizona time. And you guys are more than welcome to come and visit my channel and watch all of the craft with me and all of the projects that I'm going to be doing here. It's going to be projects that I have learned from all of my other creators, and with a little twist with things that I have changed on them so that it works better for me or my style and whatnot. But anyways, I wanted to just have that for you guys every Thursday, and it's also helping me with my mental health and my illnesses and being at home, and it just to motivate each other, you know, just spend time together, do some kind of, you know, therapy by creating and learning from each other some tips and tricks. And it's gonna be so much fun, guys. I'm looking forward to that. So it's gonna be again every Thursday, and then I have some more surprises in the future that I'm still working on. It's gonna be a little while, but I'm working on it. And again, Just hope you can stop by on Thursdays. You're going to have it there. You don't have to do it on that Thursday. It's going to be recorded, so it's going to be available in my YouTube channel anytime for whenever you want to watch. And I hope that you guys can come and follow and enjoy and try to craft with me as well. Anyway, I think that was it that I was going to share for today. And I will see you again Thursday. I hope to see you there. I hope you enjoyed all of my show and tell. Have a good one, guys. Bye now.